What's up, everybody? It's your boy Blue from Hightaku, and today I want to do something a little different. Uh, so during this lockout and lockdown of life, which I call it, because I can't leave my house for real, so it's a lockdown on life. I decided to do a bunch of things I've always wanted to do. You would know if you watched my nerdy quarantine videos. And during my nerdy quarantine, I decided I was finally gonna sit down and watch all of One Piece. One of the longest running animes in existence about pirates, fighting, action, superpowers, all that. An amazing show. I can give it that. I don't think it's as hyped as it people tell me it is, but still a very enjoyable show. Now, after finally getting to the spoilers, finally getting to the spot where a main person to the story dies at a fort. Everybody who's seen the show knows what I'm talking about. This is that little side bob was for people who didn't ever see the show or never heard of One Piece or have never watched a random clip of important person's death on One Piece, which I even saw before I watched it. But I digress. While watching this show, little things kept sticking out to me about Luffy. Now, the Straw Hats in general, which is the name of the pirate crew we're following or watching them grow and watching their journey, while they're being captained by Luffy, this guy with rubber powers. I'm literally just giving y'all the simplest and cleanest explanation. I'm not about to go 50 minutes deep into explaining this. Pirate guy, ate a fruit, stretchy powers, boom. He wants to be Pirate King. He makes a captain full of other people with dog ass powers. I don't know how he lucked out and found these people. But yeah, One Piece. So, while watching this, I started to realize something. As a stoner myself, Luffy smokes a lot of weed. And that got me thinking. Because he acts way too much like a stoner all the time, no matter what. He's always a stoner. He's always acting high. He's always eating. He's always sleeping. All this. So it made me think, what if he was a stoner? Would give him away? What would he smoke? When would he smoke? How often? And stuff like that. Like questions just filled my brain because I was watching so I was high. So yeah, but it got me thinking. So I sat down and I started back over. After finally getting to this part, I started back over and watched all the way back to that part. 5 days. I know I put four fingers up, but 5 days. 5 days of watching this show. 2.5 to get there, 2.5 to get back there. And it got me thinking, like, wow. As a stoner, I can point out stoner qualities in people. So why not make a YouTube video about it? So I would like to introduce you to the first episode of Hightagonist, the show where I look at anime characters, antagonists, protagonists, whatever you feel, and I go throughout their show and try to pull out little key things that stuck out to me that was like, he was blowed. He was blowed. And for today's character, we're starting off with Luffy. So the question for the series going forward will be simple. What characters, if any in anime, smoke weed? Now, that being said, there's probably like a bunch that just instantly float to people's minds. Like, I can't think of any right now, so y'all can just leave that to the comments. I'm on a one track mind with this. I want to get this done. So, the question is, who smokes? Like, what's giving it away? Like, if they did smoke, what would they smoke? Like, I'm gonna make up a fictional weed for every character because that just sounds fun to me. I get to name my own weeds, and just their high signs in general, or crop circles as I call them. Then their crop circles, which is just their giveaways. I want to know how often they smoke and all that. So I'm just gonna go through these little things. So, like I said, we're starting off with Luffy, the captain of the Straw Hat Pirates. Now, high signs for Luffy, crop circles, whatever I end up calling them. I'll see about like episode 4 if I get that far. So the crop circles, his high signs, are what gives him away as a stoner. Now, when people imagine stoners, I don't know why TV gives us this colorful rainbow vision and swirly swiggle swoos, but no, that's not what it's like being high. You get this calming, relaxing sensation. It either makes you want to sleep, depending on what you smoke, or you want to run around and do everything at one moment. Never have I ever seen colors and squiggles and squoos that make me be like, ooh, I'm high. No, it's not. Please get that out of your head. That is not how smoking works. Well, smoking weed at least. That's not how smoking weed works. We do not see colors. We do not see any of that. That is a whole different drug in general. Now, with that being said, actual crop circles and high signs. He's constantly eating. Now you could get it up to a high metabolism, or you could just get it up to anime writing, because every character does. But again, nobody eats for real more than somebody who's blowed out of their mind. If you are in space, you are going to eat way more food than somebody who's casually strolling on the ground. If you're not getting it in space as being high, you're on a different. You just you get it. Anyways, now people, of course, are gonna be like, well, if all he does is really eat a lot, then that's not really like a high sign. Wrong. Because not only does he eat a lot, is what happens after he eats a lot. He instantly falls asleep. This is impeccably a stoner trait. I don't know if I use that word right, but I'm gonna use it because I did said it before I could think about it. So, with that being said, you gotta like look at it when, like I said earlier, one of the two main effects of smoking is either being overly active, wanting to do everything under the sun, running back and forth, playing video games, talking to people, being fun, all that. Or you were just chill, calm, and sleepy. I'm the second and the first. And whatever seven others pop up throughout life. But out of these main two, he is always calm, relaxed. He always he runs, but when he runs, it almost always involves food. Now, with those two things, I'm like, I'm hoping I'm tipping y'all scale to be like, oh yeah, he could be a stoner. He da da da. Look at his personality. The personality of Luffy is the most blowed person I've ever seen. He's easily set off. Now, most people who watch One Piece will be like, no, he's not easily set off. As soon as somebody comes in and says they want to fight, he is ready. That is a weed trait. We are when you are high, you instantly think you are the strongest. You will win this fight. You believe you will win this fight. Not like being drunk. Being drunk, you'll swing, not caring if you win or lose. Being high, you'll be thinking about it. You will have a full anime monologue in your head talking about, I could beat him. I could totally do it. We will win this fight. And what happens in One Piece? He has monologues while he's fighting. Now, if you've never had a monologue, you aren't smoking. And that's a good thing. Do not smoke until you are legal age. I'm legal. I'm in a state where it's legal. So it's a plus for me all the way around. But he not only is he set off easily when the time has come. Like, we're always chill people until we are needed to not be. But he easily makes friends. Now, people will look at me like, well, what does easily making friends have to do with smoking weed? Have you ever been around a stoner before? We are the chillest, coolest, smoothest people ever. We can give you laughs, real talk, and just emotional support, all at the same time while just being a stoner, just being high. And look what he does for his crew. He's saving them from the stuff in their past. He's helping them look forward. He's being a great friend. Now, again, people are going to be like, no, that cannot be a weed thing. You'll be wrong. In this world, how many people would tell you, fuck your problems? Now, you have to think. How many stoners could you tell those same problems to and get an actual honest answer? get an honest answer, get honest responses, have somebody that'll vent. Because a stoner, at that moment, they're just high. They'll do anything they can to make the person on the other side of the phone happy. Unless you are a very angry stoner, which I am afraid of you. If you smoke and you get angry, please stop smoking. That is not a good trait for anybody. Is I'm just terrified of you. Gosh, dude, just being angry every time you smoked, that is upsetting. No, no, no. Stay on topic. Stay on topic. So now I've given you a kind of a taste of like the crop circles that I've seen. I want to talk about how often he would smoke to stay in this constant mindset and constant, oh, I'm hungry all the time, or I'm sleepy all the time, or I just want to fight all the time mood. And honestly, quite often, quite often you would have to be, like, honestly, if he only hit the blunt like once a day and then went to go do all this stuff, as soon as he got to the restaurant ready at full speed, he was going to be sober. That was way too much action for way too much. So, with my bluents, I think I'm going to go with bluents. My blue science, my bluents, I picked out that no matter how much he smoked, he was always constantly smoking. Now, of course, you would say like, well, you don't see him smoke. Okay, 90% of people don't see me smoke, but 90% of people see me high, and it's you gotta think. Some people just like people thinking that's just their personality. So, with all that being put together, I think Luffy smokes on a daily, if not hourly basis. And as that's being said, we would always have to go back to being like, huh, well, what would he smoke if he smoked anything then? Because our real world marijuana, cannabis would not, fix over to his side. To which I say, they bring it up every time they talk about the show. He smokes gum gum fruit. Like, if that's not an easy weed name, I don't know what it is. It sounds like the sticky icky times 1,000, and you just about to be for hours. And like the gum gum fruit, it just sounds like something that's gonna make you hungry and then sleepy afterwards. It sounds like a pure sativa. Now, for people who don't smoke or just want to like learn a little bit more about smoking while you're watching a stoner, the sativa weed comes in three different types. For real, like these are like the three types that everybody counts. You have indica, sativa, and a hybrid. A hybrid is a mix of the two, so whatever I give you examples for these two, that's just both of them combined, if not one more than the other. So, with indica and sativa, indica, indica is a calming, smooth feeling that just relaxes over your body. It makes you mellow, makes you smooth, makes you think, it lets you reflect. It's good for people in pain, stuff like that. It's a good relaxer. Now, sativa, on the other hand, sativa is like if let's see, if indica is like a Tylenol PM, sativa is crack. Sativa's about to make you be energetic, constantly thinking, constantly want to move, not wanting to sit still. It's very bad to smoke during this quarantine. Just letting you know that. But it's gonna make you constantly want to move. It's gonna constantly make you want to do things. Constantly want to just be up and about, and that's a good thing because it fits Luffy so well. Like I said, hybrid is just a mixture of the two. If it's more of one, it's gonna be more of that effect, less of the other. Da 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 da. Yeah. But the way he smokes, or not the way he smokes. Well, yeah, I guess you could put it like that. Anyway, I'm gonna put it like that now. The way he smokes, it would have to be a sativa because he's always constantly energetic. He's also constantly hungry and all this. I'm gonna keep going back to the constantly hungry. If I ever talk about anybody from a shonen anime, Dragon Ball Z, Naruto, any of that, and they eat a lot, I'm instantly gonna say they're a stoner. So you better give me people that are difficult to pick from. This was easy for me and you, but still going. Ha, like he smokes so much sativa that he is constantly moving. Luffy, what happens when they set sail and they haven't done anything for days? Luffy is bored out of his mind, laying around staring at the sky, contemplating death. That is Luffy. That's when he don't get his fix again. Oh, I made another point while I was in the middle of this video. You are welcome, people. You are welcome. And with that being said, I honestly can't think of nothing else to just throw at him. Like, throw on there and be like, yeah, he's a stoner. Now, I know a bunch of people are going to disagree with me, and that's fine. These are all my opinions. This is just me having fun during quarantine while the world is crashing around us. So, I would like for y'all to follow us on Facebook and Twitter at Hightaku, and comment below what you would like to see. Like, who would you like to see next, or if you would like me to go to a different genre. Like, I would love to do stoner cartoon characters. Oh my god, I'm gonna make a Shaggy video. That's gonna be fun. But this has been Blue from Hightaku signing off. I will catch y'all again next time. And remember, stay safe, stay healthy, and stay high.